Hi everyone, it's Anne here from annshappystampers.co.uk and I'm back again with another tutorial. And today I've got this most adorablest, cutest little box I've ever seen. And it's not my idea, I saw this on Pinterest and I forgot the lady's name at the minute, but what I'll do is I'll put it in the description of the video. Because like I say, it isn't my idea, but it's just so cute, and it's one of those self-closing boxes where you just press it like that and then it closes again, and it's honestly, it's so cute. I mean, it's tiny, it only measures, it's 2.5 inches tall by roughly 1.5 inches wide, and you can only fit like a tiny little sweet or something in. And I tried one of these, but it went in, but it didn't really close very well, so you would only need something really small to go in here. But I just think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I used the retired what do you call it, Sealed with Love stamp set and the dies, and this one I made with some of the medallion the medallion stamp set. That was some of the paper. And again, they're just so cute, and you can use up scraps to make these as well, which is another great thing. So I'm going to show you how to make them. Now, you only need a small piece of card or DSP, you can use whatever you want, and I'm going to have to work in centimetres for this because that's what it was in, and I tried to convert it in inches and I struggled, it just wouldn't seem to fit. So it needs to measure 9 centimetres by 11 centimetres. Okay, and I've started stamping some little stamps on using the Happy Birthday Gorgeous. I love this set, it's got some lovely little flowers and things, and so we're using that, and the colours I've chose are Sweet Sugar Plum and Tranquil Tide. Okay, so we're just going to finish off the stamping for this. And like I said, you can also use DSP if you want, it works just as well. So I've done a few little flowers, and I'm just going to finish, because it's got an outside and an inside, so I'm just going to finish stamping off the ones that I've done. I'm just stamping off to get the flower inside so it isn't too dark. Okay, so that's what you do for that. And I've also got the inside of this flower, which I did in Sweet Sugar Plum. So again, I'm just going to stamp that off. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to quickly clean these two stamps. It's so easy to to make as well. There's nothing to it really. You could make loads of these for like little party favours or something. I've also got a little mini version of this flower. So, and just the little point on the stamp, I just keep that straight at the top, and then I know that I have to match it up when I do the inside, also straight at the top. So I'm going to do this in Sweet Sugar Plum as well. I mean, you don't have to fill all of them in, you could maybe just keep the little ones like this, it's up to you, which is what I might do actually, because I quite like that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to fill these ones in. So that's that, and then I've got a tiny little flower here, we're just gonna do this in Tranquil Tide. Just fill the little gaps in wherever you want them. Yeah, and I've also got this sweet little leaf here, and we're going to stamp a few of them as well. Yeah, it's a gorgeous little set, this. Do so many different things with it. There we go. I'm happy with that. So now we can make our little box. Okay, now we're going to score it on the trimmer as well, because I find that's easier with it being in centimetres. Okay, so you want to pop it in on the long side, and what you're going to do is you're going to score it at 1 centimetre, but we're going to, I'll zoom in a little bit, we're going to go over to the right there where it says 1 centimetre. So just pop it there at 1 centimetre and then just score it. Okay, then we're going to turn it round and we're going to score it at 6 centimetres. So line it up at 6 and score. Okay, so that's what you should have. And then on the short side we're going to score it at 2 centimetres, which is easier on the right hand side mark. So 2 centimetres, and we're going to turn it round and score it at 7. Okay, and that's it. So your top and your bottom, it's dead easy. And then if you take your ruler and a stylus of some sort, along the bottom these measure 2 inches. Okay, so at 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres you want to just put a little mark just there. Okay, and again on here either 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres, just put 2 little marks. Hope you can see there, 1 there and 1 there. And what you're going to do is you're going to match that line that you've just made, which is hard to see, match the line that you've just made with this top left hand corner here. So just, you're going to create like an upside down triangle, and you're going to do the same to that score line there. Okay, so that's what you should have. And then you're going to do the same with this one, so this line to here and this line to this corner here. Really easy, and that's what you should have. Okay, then take some scissors and we're going to snip away this bottom little rectangle, but we're going to miter in a little bit like that. Then we're going to totally remove this one here. So that's what you should have. Okay, and then where we made that little mark, you could put another mark straight down, but I'm just going to cut up with my scissors because we need to do that with it. Like I say, you could just then score another mark in there if you want to, but I'm just going to follow it with my eye really. And then cut up the middle score line, so you've got 4 little boxes now at the bottom. But what you want to do is remove a little wedge from every one because with it being so small, you don't want any little pieces sticking out. And then a bit from there. And that is what you should have. Alright, now you will need the tag, excuse me, you will need the tag topper punch. So I'm just going to quickly fold and burnish because I forgot to do that. Okay, and we can fold those lines in a minute. Excuse me, I've got a really dry throat. So what you want to do is just fold them over so it's completely flat like that. And then take your tag topper punch and you want to just pop it in so it goes all the way. Make sure it's even at the top, okay? And then just punch. Now it will be a bit tougher with card, but you can do it. Excuse me, and then open it up and there you have your little shape for your box. So these ones here, we're just going to fold them back. Okay, and then when it what you're going to do is you're going to put some adhesive down here, and it's literally just going to stick together flat like that. Okay, so just get a little bit of tape or whatever you want to use and just stick it down here. Okay, just like that. Remove the tape and then just fold that over, and then you're just going to stick it together flat, and that's what you should have. And then when you go like that, you'll see you'll get your shape. Okay, and then for the bottom, I'm just going to pop them in there like that, and that's what I mean about trimming bits off, because you don't want bits sticking out the side. And I'm just going to use Tombow for this because I find it easier. So I want the seams at the back, so I'm just going to pop a bit of Tombow on here, stick that there. It won't stick until I put something probably inside. A bit on here like that. See, I probably could have cut more off this one. Can you see? There's a little bit sticking over. So I'm just going to trim that off. And then a bit on there. And that's going to stick that together. Like so. And then I'm just going to pop it down. And I'm just going to press my bone fold in so it sticks. Trim that little bit off there, and there you have a gorgeous, sweet, tiny little box. I mean, how cute is that? And then what I'm going to do for the front of mine is, using the same stamp set, I've got the little balloon mounted with Hooray on, and I've got some scrap Very Vanilla because that's what I made the box in, and I'm going to use Tranquil Tide, and I'm going to stamp the balloon like that. Excuse me. And then I've got the balloon bouquet punch because I believe it matches with this. Yes, but it matches with the small one. So I'm going to have to trim this off and pop this in upside down. And just punch the balloon out. And I'm going to take a couple of dimensionals pop that on the balloon. Just peel the little backs off. Oh, and I'm so happy I got 2 new recruits last week, so that is fantastic. So the Happy Crafters is now growing quite nicely. Got quite a lot now, so if anyone else would like to sign up, you can do so on my blog, or just leave us a message and I'll help you out or get back to you. So there we go. How sweet is that? It's absolutely gorgeous. I love them. So there's the ones I made before. There we go. So cute, easy to do, and you can use your scraps for these. Love them. So thanks for watching. I'll be back again on Friday. So take care and bye for now.